In every way, the deck was stacked against Epictetus 2,000 years ago. In Hierapolis, he was born into slavery. He wasn't even given a name. Epictetus just means acquired one. He was tortured. The fruits of his labor were stolen. His body was abused like a horse that was ridden into the ground and then put down. Later, he was unfairly exiled. He went through unimaginable adversity and difficulty, and yet he triumphed. Epictetus didn't look at his life as a series of horrors and tragedies, but as a set of endless opportunities. A podium and a prison is each a place, he said, one high and the other low, but in either place, your freedom of choice can be maintained if you wish. Every event has two handles, he said, one by which it can be carried and one by which it can't. Epictetus chose to focus on what was in his control, his opinions, his values, his wants, his sense of self, and ignore the rest. Looking around at the powerful men and women in Nero's court, where he worked, Epictetus began to notice that although he was a slave, he was freer than many of them. They were enslaved to power and ambition, pleasure and attention. Their minds wandered, they were easily distracted. They were wounded by minor offenses and consumed by petty grudges. They lived bad lives. So he educated himself under the great Stoic teacher Musonius Rufus and eventually won his freedom. He himself became a teacher of Rome's brightest students, including the future Emperor Hadrian. His ideas made their way to Marcus Aurelius, and suddenly a man who had so little power was influencing the most powerful people in the world for the better. What we learned from Epictetus is not just sheer endurance and resilience, but the ability to find and make a good life anywhere, in all times. Circumstances don't make the man, Epictetus said. They only reveal him to himself. The Stoics said we are actors in a play. All an actor can do is play their role well and learn to let go of the rest. That's how we must see life. We don't control where we were born or who our parents are or how other people treat us. We only control what we do with the material we are given. Yes, so much of it is out of our control, but we have a lot more agency than some people think. We can, through determination and skill, learn how to shape our own destiny. Control it? No, shape it. Yes, by turning in a splendid performance in our current role, whatever it happens to be. 1. Focus on what you can control. The core of Stoic philosophy is the distinction between what we can and cannot control. This principle is vividly illustrated in Epictetus's teachings. He taught that we should focus our efforts on what we have control over, our own actions, thoughts, and reactions, and let go of everything else. This lesson encourages us to invest our energy wisely and avoid the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. When we concentrate on our own conduct and decisions, we become more resilient and effective in dealing with life's challenges. 2. The art of acquiescence. Epictetus said, "Do not seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen." This lesson teaches acceptance and flexibility. Rather than fighting against reality, we should adapt and work with what is given to us. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but an active engagement with life as it unfolds. By aligning our desires with reality, we reduce suffering and increase our capacity to thrive amidst challenges. 3. The discipline of assent. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of how we interpret and respond to events. Epictetus noted that people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. This lesson teaches us to examine our perceptions and judgments carefully. By training ourselves to respond to events with reason rather than emotion, we maintain our composure and make better decisions. This discipline helps us navigate life's ups and downs with a steady mind. 4. The practice of memento mori. The Stoics often meditated on mortality, a practice known as memento mori, remembering that we will die. This isn't meant to be morbid, but to remind us of the transient nature of life. Epictetus urged his followers to keep death in mind, to live more fully and authentically. This lesson teaches us to cherish each moment, prioritize what truly matters, and act with urgency and purpose. 5. Embrace adversity as a teacher. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, but the Stoics saw it as an opportunity for growth. Epictetus believed that difficulties reveal our true character and help us develop virtues like resilience, patience, and courage. This lesson encourages us to view challenges not as setbacks but as necessary steps in our personal development. By embracing adversity, we transform obstacles into opportunities for self-improvement. 6. The power of self-knowledge. Know thyself is a timeless piece of wisdom. And for Stoics, self-knowledge is crucial. Epictetus taught that understanding our strengths, weaknesses, and values allows us to live in harmony with our true nature. This lesson emphasizes introspection and self-awareness. By knowing ourselves, we can align our actions with our principles, make better choices, and lead more fulfilling lives. 7. Living in accordance with nature. The Stoics believe that living in harmony with nature, both our own and the broader world, leads to a good life. Epictetus encouraged his students to understand and follow their natural inclinations while respecting the natural order. This lesson teaches us to seek balance and live authentically without fighting against our inherent tendencies or the world's natural flow. By doing so, we find peace and purpose. 8. The value of community. Despite his emphasis on individual control, Epictetus also recognized the importance of social bonds. He taught that humans are inherently social beings and that contributing to the community is part of our duty. This lesson highlights the value of relationships and collaboration. By supporting and learning from others, we enrich our own lives and contribute to the collective well-being. 9. The wisdom of humility. Epictetus cautioned against arrogance and encouraged humility. He believed that recognizing our limitations and remaining open to learning are essential for growth. This lesson teaches us to approach life with a humble mindset, acknowledging that we always have more to learn and that wisdom often comes from unexpected places. Humility keeps us grounded and receptive to new insights. 10. Practicing voluntary discomfort. To build resilience, the Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, engaging in challenging or uncomfortable situations by choice. Epictetus suggested such practices to prepare for life's inevitable hardships. This lesson teaches us to step out of our comfort zones and willingly face difficulties to strengthen our character. By doing so, we become more adaptable and less fearful of adversity. 11. The impermanence of external goods. Epictetus reminded his students that material possessions and external achievements are fleeting and should not define our worth. This lesson teaches us to find value in our inner qualities rather than external circumstances. By focusing on personal virtues and inner peace, we remain content and resilient regardless of our external conditions. This perspective helps us prioritize what truly matters. 12. The continuous pursuit of virtue. For the Stoics, the ultimate goal was to live virtuously. Epictetus emphasized that virtue is a continuous pursuit, requiring constant effort and attention. This lesson encourages us to strive for excellence in all aspects of life, from our actions to our thoughts. By committing to a life of virtue, we achieve true fulfillment and contribute positively to the world around us. What we learn from Epictetus and Stoicism is more than just endurance. It's about crafting a meaningful and resilient life amidst any circumstance. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control our external conditions, we can shape our inner responses. This philosophy empowers us to find strength, wisdom, and peace, regardless of what life throws our way. I hope you find these lessons valuable and applicable in your own life. Remember, the journey of Stoicism is continuous and requires daily practice and reflection. For more insights and daily doses of Stoic wisdom, I invite you to join our community. Together, we can cultivate a life of purpose, resilience, and virtue.